Look like we back at it again with that I can't breathe, man. It's been a minute, and yeah, in Ohio,
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
and I'm
So
hearing
what's the
little to
backstory to this? Is that this guy was driving a car, he wrecked it, and then walked into the VFW?
I think so. What
no.
happened? Oh, he was in there. He was in there doing his thing, wasn't he?
No. The man was driving the car. He took out a whole fucking utility pole
Hmm.
and some other shit,
Okay.
and he went into the VFW. Obviously, I guess he was, acting erratic and shit, and they called the police. They wanted him out. They asked him to leave. He wouldn't leave. The police show up. They had no clue who he was, and it was no opportunity to even talk to him. It was like, no, they trying to kill me. Call the sheriff. They're like, what the fuck? No, call the sheriff. Call the sheriff. They trying to kill me. No, they trying to kill me. And he went and started resisting and putting up a fight again. And first of all, let me say this. Rest in peace to this gentleman. He had a hard life. Uh, he was out for 13 days after doing a 24-year sentence for kidnapping, robbery, and uh, resisting arrest with a police officer, some shit like that. And he probably has some kind of natural aversion to police officers,
Authority.
COs,
Yeah.
things like that. Yeah, authority. I didn't want to use that word, but
Hmm.
he probably had a natural aversion like that. He probably been through a lot of shit. But um, it, it- yeah, man, Cat was obviously on one, man, and I watched the video, and I don't think it's as simple as painting the police officers to be the bad guys. Because I watched the video, I'm pretty sure you gentlemen did too, and for all intent and purposes, the negligence came at the end because everything they did was protocol. There was no knee on his neck; it was on his back. The other guy had a knee on his arm. He was saying he can't breathe, and at a certain point, you could see the officer, like he didn't even have to push up. He just kind of moved his knee,
Hmm.
and I think what confused the officer was the guy looked up. He said, "I can't breathe." They said, "You're fine." Well, to
Hmm.
me, when you hear "I can't breathe," that's when the negligence started. And you would think that after George Floyd, there would be some kind of training
Yes.
where if you hear a motherfucker say "I
I
can't
can't
breathe,"
breathe. You get the fuck
get
up.
get up, roll him on his side,
Remote
get him
side.
up. Get him to where his airway has the best access
That
to
part.
air so he can breathe. Um, you would also think that if somebody says I can't breathe, all right, you got him cuffed.
Rolling.
Get him up
Rolling.
and start checking him. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Apparently they waited about, it was 8 minutes. The guy was talking to, the people in the VFW, which he didn't belong to the VFW, so that's why they wanted him out. It's like a private thing. Um, 8 minutes, and then once he looked down and he checked his pulse, he walked away, and it took another 3 minutes, I guess, for them to call emergency medical services. They gave him Narcan. They started doing what am I looking for? What's the word I'm
Chest
looking for? Okay.
compressions.
They started doing chest compressions, and the man had passed on. I don't think this was some malicious shit like homeboy that was on George Floyd's neck, looking
Yeah.
down at him with a smirk. I think it was negligence. But there was no, I don't know, man. I'll let y'all go before I continue, man.
Is it normal to hit them with Narcan?
So yes,
Okay.
since there are no you can give Narcan to pretty much anybody.
Okay.
So it's not like there can be an adverse effect to Narcan.
Got it.
So just in case somebody is high on
Opioids.
opiates,
Yeah.
yeah, you can give them Narcan as just a just in case because opiates can fuck people up really quick, and the first thing that happens is respiratory distress. So
Okay.
yeah, it's becoming very normal to give people multiple doses of Narcan in any medical situation.
Okay. I just go with, let's say, the hell? I won't say gross negligence. I would just say negligent on the fact that they didn't respond. You know, they didn't get him proper treatment at the time.
Yeah.
Miss Kiki.
Kiki. What it is, we gotta stop and say what's up to the other lady at the 3 p.m.D.
We live.
What's up?
What's going on?
Oh, you in that trailer?
He said a trailer.
Is that what it is? Is that what it's called? Oh, cabin. My bad.
She in a tiny house.
It's the
tiny
cabin
house.
Yeah, I try to shut the curtain so it look like I'm in my own little. There you go.
Well, I ain't gonna ask you that. Never mind. I was gonna say where you.
We
at,
live. We live.
Yeah.
We don't give out locations like that. We live.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in Indiana. That's
Y'all don't believe that. No, but I mean, I just, first of all, we got a 53-year-old man here who put up quite a struggle, man. So of course, he gonna be out of breath. Again, it's unfortunate, and I think that the negligence came at the end, but everything up until I can't breathe, I think they were legit just doing their jobs. Because at one point, one of the officers said, "Hey, be still, or I'm gonna mace you." He said, "No, don't mace him." Now that could be because everybody didn't want to get fucking maced. Because if you spray another motherfucker, that shit getting
it's
on
going
a bunch
everywhere.
Of yeah, it's going on everybody. Or it could have been a simple situation where, hey man, that's not necessary. We already got him down,
right?
But I just think, man, it boils down to there needs to be a different kind of training, and there should have been a different kind of training after George Floyd. When somebody say, because you get these assholes online that saying shit like, "Oh well, if he's talking, he can breathe." That's not fucking. That's not true. That's kind of like a motherfucker play football and you get hit in the sternum and the wind just leave your body. You gonna say I can't breathe? That don't mean you taking nothing in.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's just me. But yeah, that's what I got, man. It's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. I hate to see brother or anyone pass, especially under horrible conditions like that. I think at the end they didn't do their due diligence. I think when dude looked up and said I can't breathe, I think to make the assumptions that, hey man, he looked up and said he was okay, he's all right. I think that's what it was. That's where the bullshit came in at. So I feel for his family, because they only had him for 13 days after 24 years.
Ouch.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's tragic.
That's probably why they treated him like dirt. Just because he had a record, you know what I mean?
But they didn't know that. They were that's the thing.
They were just detaining him at the time. They didn't even run him a background. They just got to the scene and was just trying to, get this man in custody first.
They didn't.
They didn't
even get to talk to him. They got called that there was somebody. I think it was multiple calls. So they got the call from the VFW, and then they got some other calls because it was people up the street. Because when you see the officers initially in the video, they're coming from down the street to go into the VFW. And you can see the utility pole is like knocked the fuck off. It's so wonder the fucking electrical wires didn't come loose. That was the only thing holding up the pole. And there was a bunch of other shit like off in this little grassy area. And when they walked in there, as soon as he saw him, it was like, nah, they trying to kill me. Fuck that. Call the sheriff. I'm like, what the fuck you think the sheriff gonna do? Just call the sheriff. Call the sheriff. So
again, he got PTSD being locked down that damn long, and he just got his freedom 13 days, not even a month.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So what do you think his family gonna do? How do you think this gonna play out as far as lawsuits and shit?
What you got? Oh, go ahead, Ms. Kiki.
Hopefully they get what they can, because that's horrible. At the end of the day, if somebody say they hurt him, you're supposed to treat them like a human being, not like just treat them like a human being. If somebody say I hurt, get them treated. All you got to do is call the ambulance.
Let's see. The police are medical first responders to begin with. That's number one. Number two is once that man is in their custody, his safety is their responsibility.
Absolutely.
So hopefully this family gets a huge payout. These officers get fired, and something changes in policing. But of course, we've been saying that shit for as long as Black people been alive. So we just need to come to the realization that nothing's going to change. This is the over-policing of America, and this is the new normal. So unless someone's willing to fight back, this can possibly happen to anybody.
This is why I was like, nobody's even talking about this. This has just been pretty much damn near a one-day story. It's not even on the radar. There's nobody marching, nobody saying shit about it.
And that happened in Canton, Ohio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm so scared about, because I'm just like, that's close to how.
Well, I think the circumstances are slightly different. And I agree with you, Cuddy, on everything. Things do need to change, but at the same time, I'm also say things need to change with the way that, especially we as Black folk, conduct ourselves with them. Meaning, you're going. If these motherfuckers show up, you're going. Nigga, you're going.
Yeah.
You could. I ain't going. No, motherfucker, you're going.
You going.
Let me tell you. Look, man. My son was a cop. You're going. Listen, let me tell you something. The weapon ain't the gun. It ain't the nightstick. It ain't the pepper spray. It ain't the stun gun. The weapon is that radio. You fucking going. When they call for that backup, you going. Putting up that fight is just go deal with it later. It's gonna cost you. Hey man, deal with the judge before you deal with the mortician, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta understand too that these are people, man, and it's hard to have sympathy for a motherfucker that's putting up a fight with you. You know what I mean? And you trying your best to be professional. Let me say something, man. People can say what they want about cops, but you're gonna call them when some shit happens. You're gonna call them when some shit happens. All these people, like, we could let the streets ain't dealing with a motherfucking thing, or else George Zimmerman wouldn't still be alive. You know what I'm saying? Or a bunch of these motherfuckers that commit these crimes against women and kids. At some point, motherfuckers got to just say, "Hey, man, look, my idea's in my pocket. Where you want my fucking hands? Hey, my name is such and such." You got to treat that shit like Sears School. Treat that shit like Sears School.
This is like you said, man. This isn't like the George Floyd thing, man. This is a case by case situation, but it's the fact that goes back to old man's point when he said that once you cuffed, you in their care. That's you're their liability at that time.
Let me say this.
And then
I want to say something.
Oh, go ahead. Say it.
I wanted to piggyback on what you said. Like, I agree with you and everything, but we have to stop that as a narrative as a people too. You know what I'm saying? That? Because yes, true. You act the ass. The best thing is to be calm. You know what I'm saying? Because the color of your skin. But then we can't say that because you got white people that act a fucking whole ass when they're, even though they're privileged, but we still can't be like, oh, you should have did that. That's like, it's like basically us as a people giving a cop a slap on the ass, like, oh, it's okay because he was acting an ass. No, there are white motherfuckers that done stole cars, that done beat up cops and still live the next day. You know what I'm saying? But I get exactly what you're saying. But at the same time, we do need to change that narrative. Oh, you shouldn't have did this. But I agree. The cops won't get called unless there's an asshole acting up. You know what I'm saying? I just think that cops need to learn how to deal with that asshole, no matter the color of their skin. Treat them like human beings. But I know that's a perfect world.
No, I'm not saying. Don't take that as me saying something like showing out. If that's what it sounds like I'm saying, because it probably do sound like I'm saying, hey man, stop.
No, I get exactly what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna tell you, I've been watching a lot of these. What is it, Cop Cam or some shit on YouTube? They be fucking them white people up, especially them white women. They be hog tying these bitches, putting spit mask and helmet. The bitches be in the back. I can't breathe. That bitch, you shouldn't have spit on me. You shouldn't have spit on me. They get that. Oh, he touched my pussy. They're like, look, man, the bitch crazy. I ain't.
It's all on camera. Ain't nobody touch nothing.
Camera on. No, what I'm saying is this. It's kind of like in Sears School. I didn't go. I know people that went. They say what they teach you is just give them your name, social security, um, your rank, and your unit, and that's it. You know, that goes for motherfuckers in the interrogation room. Say lawyer. Quit letting
That's
the
it.
nigga
Quit
give you
talking.
quit letting the nigga give you a McGriddle and you telling on the crew, nigga. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And incriminating
Yeah.
yourself.
You give me an
You said a
ambulance feast
McGriddle.
and an Arizona iced tea. I tell you everything.
Yeah, these niggas get a McGriddle and orange Julius, nigga, and they telling everything. You know what I'm
And
saying?
don't forget when they turn that AC on, they do this shit.
Right, right. You know, I'm there. You go. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I'm just saying. It's not
Wait,
even.
what was that? They
It's
turned the
not
air
even.
conditioner. Never mind. I ain't
Oh,
gonna say
because
nothing.
they turn that AC on to make you uncomfortable in that bitch.
Yeah, the motherfuckers be trying to go to sleep.
Oh.
You know,
Yeah, no,
you gotta watch
no.
first 48. You know, hey, nah,
They're
your
like,
ass
no,
gonna be up.
you gonna be up, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You gonna sit
Unfortunately,
here?
I stayed the night in the drunk tank before.
Yeah.
So
So
it happens.
It's
what
cold.
what I'm saying is that this. What I'm saying is, um, you said that you're in their care once they cuff you. Once the motherfuckers show up, you need to consider it that you're in their care. When don't ask, hey, am I being detained? Nigga, if he in front of you, you detain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, just my thing is, man, it's as easy as keeping cool and having a conversation with them. It ain't about kissing nobody's ass, but have a conversation. If they say, all right, man, look, I'm taking you down, hey, it is what it is. You're not going. You
Yeah.
know, and that's why I said I think the brother, like we said, had PTSD, man. He had other men telling him when to piss. And I'm saying, not other, prisoners. I don't want to make him sound like he's some sourpuss. I'm talking about these COs, man. They tell you when to eat, where to go, what line to stand in. Ain't no telling what the fuck he dealt with. I mean, it was his decisions, but ain't no telling
Right.
what kind of inhumane treatment he was subject to. All of these motherfuckers know is they getting a call that a motherfucking and took out a goddamn utility pole, and now he done ran up in the VFW acting all erratic and shit. You know what I
All right.
mean? He still shouldn't be dead. When you hear I can't breathe, hey, look, if I'm a cop, nigga, if I hear I can't breathe, hey, no, let him up. God damn it. We no, because all our ass is gonna be in trouble.
Put it on. I mean, you on stage. It's a performance. As soon as he
There you
say I
go.
can't breathe, it's like get him some oxygen.
Yeah, give him
Roll
some
him
room.
over just to protect your own ass.
Mm-hmm.
Soon as those should be like, trigger words.
Yep.
And if it doesn't, then you get what you get. But yeah, man, we beat this one around the horn for a little bit longer than normal.
I'm about to get called all kind of sellouts and goons, nigga.
Let's
You
go ahead
supposed
and
to
transition, man.
unequivocally say that
Go
they
ahead
was
from
wrong and
not
fuck
at
'em.
all, not at all. Everybody has their right to their opinion, man. Not at all,
Right.
I just don't want to
not at
see.
all.
I hate to see.
You're not speaking. I mean, you're not saying nothing wrong.
I've been pulled over. And I made that shit easy. I had the motherfuckers bored. They get close, want to ask questions. Hey man, I'm talking to him so he know I ain't drank. You was a veteran? Yup, I was a veteran. Where you coming from? Hey, coming from the comic book store. Your headlight out. Oh, I'll get that fixed. All right, well, cool. I had one that was trying that shit in Texas with me. I had one, she was Irish. She had the accent. I don't know how the fuck it happened. She must have came. Yeah. We. She was Irish and
I hate that fucking song.
yeah.
Oh my god, I hate that song.
I always think about Eddie Murphy saying, well, I can't. This motherfucker sitting up there.
Yeah. Pull over.
It's just a motherfucker sitting on the top of the car. But no, I had she was fussing at me. Hey, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm new here. I didn't know. Motherfucker just was completely disarmed by the shit. Like, all right, well, look, just a warning, a verbal warning. It's this way. Woo, 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 and I'm sorry, I didn't. Woo, woo, woo. It's I don't know. It's a way to deal with folks. Yeah, let's get to it. No, I'm
Let's
good.
go.